Second last video of the day, Ten Hag wants Tielemans in January and two other more players that have been hinted on by a source that is not very much credible. But after Ten Hag confirming to us that he is really looking to strengthen his team in January, and a story coming in from a close source from Manchester United that they are going to give Ten Hag £70 million to spend if at all Ronaldo stays, and if at all Ronaldo leaves, they're going to give £100 million. Samuel Lucas came out and really told us that United wants to bring in 3 players, and obviously this same source is really telling us the same thing. I'm happy to come in here and really let you know that maybe we might be untouchable by the end of January, because if you add 3 more quality players onto that squad that Eric Ten Hag has really brought in, guys, why not be happy to really be unspendtive for this? Because this is really a very good call from Eric Ten Hag that he needs more 3 players, and the board willing to go in and really support him. Welcome to United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name. This is the channel that brings you only and only news coming in from Manchester United. So better smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the red button that otherwise subscribe, and then hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now today we are having lots of things to talk about, and it's all transfers. 3 targets that Eric Ten Hag wants to sign in January. And guys, in the previous video I did, there is something I forgot to tell you, that the reason as to why the Glazers are going out to really go ahead and really spend close to £70 million to £100 million ever in their history at Manchester United, something they've never done, is because they got a story coming in from Sir Jim Ratcliffe that he's really willing to put in a bid of £4 billion fast. So that bid is incoming, and I think that is really piling more pressure to the Glazers. And the more news from Jim Ratcliffe comes in and really rocks the mainstream media, the Glazers will go ahead and really punch in more money, because the fact is the Glazers don't want to get off United. That's it. They don't want to get off this team. And the only way they are really trying to go on and do this is to go on and really spend more than they would have spent to really stay with United, because they know that each and every time United wins trophies, it's going to be bringing in more money. Like Man City got, I think, 53 million pounds from rewards. So the Glazers know that if United can win a Premier League, they can win a Champions League, obviously they'll have close to £300 million in bonuses, of winning, apart from these other participatory fees. That's what the Glazers are, and I think they have gone ahead to go on and really tell Eric Ten Hag, please, we want to go ahead and really give you this money. Maybe it was in the contract of Eric Ten Hag that when I'm coming to your side, which goes with the names of Manchester United, you have to back me in January and in the summer for the next 3 seasons, because that's how I'll be able to build up a team that is going to win. And when you look at what Ten Hag has really put out onto the field of play, he has transformed very many players, and let's wait and see whether more will. And let's get straight into the story. Rokan David is my name, and this is the channel United Matters channel. Now, we are being told by Javier, EPP is known as Javier Pena. He's really on Britmania Radio. That's where he works. He has gone ahead to let us know that Eric Ten Hag has asked Manchester United for 3 new signings in January: a right back, a creative midfielder, and a forward. This is a man who goes by names of Javier Pena. This is a confirmation to what Samuel Lucas came out and told us, that United is in for 3 signings this January transfer window. Something that I'm really believing is true, but the selection of Eric Ten Hag to me is really alarming. I believe a central defender should be part of this. I would believe that Rashford, Martial, and Ronaldo can take us through the season as center forwards. But when you get Varane out of that team, and Lisandro Martinez, if one of those gets out of that central defense partnership, you'll see how horrible you're going to look. So after that, this same man told us that Manchester United want a new creative midfielder to rotate with Christian Eriksen. The player that United wants is Leicester City's Yuri Tielemans, whose contract expires in the summer of 2023. This is going to be a main talking point about Yuri Tielemans. When you look at Yuri Tielemans, he's obviously ticking the boxes of the player that Ten Hag wants in his team. Especially, he can act as a CDM, he can act as a cam or a central attack midfielder, he can act as an 8, like you see Eriksen playing alongside a CDM, like Scott McTominay or Casemiro, and he fits a lot of profiles of Erik Ten Hag. So I believe, to me, Tielemans was one of the players that United would have wanted to sign in the summer that we concluded in the transfer, but the player wanted to go to Arsenal. Now, with what Arsenal did on the deadline day of not going in to bid for him and let him in Angers, and he played even against Manchester United on the 1st of September, that really sent in a signal to a side which goes by the names of Tielemans and the agent that maybe Arsenal don't want us. So that can be used as a convincing point to Tielemans and his agent that, please, we want to come in January for you, and you're willing to pay the £20 million or £25 million that a team which goes by the names of Leicester wants from you. Because in the summer they wanted 30 to 35 million pounds. Now I believe if a team comes in with 20 million, I think they can get them Tielemans. So it looks like the battle is going to be stiff for Tielemans, because Newcastle is in, they want to hijack Tielemans. There is another team which goes by the names of Arsenal, also wants Tielemans, but we don't know, because Arsenal are really in for 3 midfielders, Danilo, Tielemans, and Douglas Lewis. So I don't know who they are really going to go in and really take in at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal, but we are here to wait and see. But to me, Tielemans obviously comes into that team because Eriksen is not going to be playing every game. So you need a Tielemans to get the ball from the back four and then really give it to people like Donny van Beek, or Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, Martial, Ronaldo. Depends on who is playing into that front three of United. But there is really a very good contribution from Erik Ten Hag to the improvement of these players that could be really a very good, attractive gesture to Tielemans. When you look at how United is playing, I think Tielemans would love to come and really fit in a system like ours. Recently, it was hard to convince a player like Tielemans to come into Manchester United when a team like Arsenal was in need of him, because Arsenal have gone ahead to be a team that really plays some beautiful football. So Erik Ten Hag is building a good team. When you look at the way we are playing, the triangles, the sequences are really developing deeply in the team, and I believe they can go in and really convince a player who goes by the names of Tielemans to come and play at Manchester United. Obviously, with the £70 million given to Erik Ten Hag, I believe you get off 20, bring in Tielemans. What a bargain that will be, because I don't believe Arsenal can raise £20 million to go in and bring Tielemans. That's it. I'm not going ahead to say bad to Arsenal, but I believe they can't spend that way because they're under the UEFA watch, because it looks like they breached the football fair play rule. You know that very well. So that is something that Arsenal is really observing. That's why they never went in for more players, but they had the money, but they couldn't spend it because it was not footballing money. It was money that their owner, Stanley Kroenke, injected in their team. So that is it for a man who goes by the name of Tielemans. Erik Ten Hag wants Tielemans at Manchester United, and let's wait and see whether we're going to get further development of this story. And you know what happens to these players when they go to the international break? They do hold press conferences and they talk to journalists of their respective countries where they come in from, and you're going to get lots of details from Tielemans on where he's really going to go on and really play for side which goes by the names of Manchester United in the January transfer window. And obviously he'll be asking again about Arsenal. Let's wait and see what he will say. Even Frankie de Jong in the Dutch national team, the journalists are going to go out and really ask him about why he didn't join Manchester United. So that's it for a man who goes by the name of Yuri Tielemans. United is all in for him. And let's get into another player that Erik Ten Hag is still in hand of. Then Javier Pena has gone ahead to let us know that United are expected to move for a new rotation forward in January. Erik Ten Hag wants a number 9. His preferred option is Brian Brobbey. All right, Brian Brobbey is really a very good player. According to me, he really plays very well. And I think what is going to spark United to go in for Brian Brobbey, and maybe Brian Brobbey will say, all right, I'm leaving, because Ajax is benching Brian Brobbey. He's playing from the bench. Amid him being 20 years, he really believes that he can really play a more important role at Ajax than how the manager is really using him. Obviously, Ten Hag wanted him during the summer, and he was back at RB Leipzig. Remember, he was at Ajax on loan and then performed very well. Then they sold him at like 20 million euros to Ajax. He called Ten Hag and told him, please, Ajax has been onto my ladder and I feel like I can go there and really do the needful. So he feared to come to Manchester United and said, I want to be respectful to Ajax, but Ajax are really not starting him. I've seen all games of the league. He's coming in from the bench, Champions League games. Brian Brobbey is coming in from the bench. I don't know whether he's okay with it, but if at all he's okay with it, then it will be hard for him to come to Manchester United. But if at all he's not okay with it, then I think that will be used as the spark for him to come and play for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United. And secondly, I think the reason as to why he was fearing to come in and play for Manchester United was because we are having Ronaldo, thinking that Ronaldo is undroppable. But Erik ten Hag has shown every player at Manchester United that he picks these players on merit. Any player who comes in and really performs very well, obviously will lead the line. I believe that Brian Brobbey, in a situation like this where Martial is injured, Rashford is injured, Ronaldo not yet back to his form, he would have really gotten himself a chance to lead that line for Manchester United, because he's a pressing striker, he has the energy, he has the skill, he's press resistant, he complements every player at Manchester United. He can do the hold-up play very well for Erik ten Hag, and I believe that he would have been a very good player if at all he really came in at a side which goes by the names of Manchester United. So let's wait and see whether Brian Brobbey will come in to be one of those players that Erik ten Hag is going to sign in January. And all of these transfers are really possible, according to me. And I think Brian Brobbey, him being a Dutch player, thought that if at all I go back to Ajax, Sebastian Haller is not there, I'm going to lead the line, and obviously I'm going to score those goals, and maybe I'll convince the manager of the Dutch national team, Louis van Gaal, to really include me into the Qatar squad to go and play the World Cup. That's it, but I believe he would have had a better chance at Manchester United than at Ajax. That's it. But he's at Ajax, he's not being played. Let's wait and see what's going to come out from that side. But obviously, I think he's not convinced with how the current manager Schroeder is using him at a club which goes by the names of Ajax. Obviously, so that can be really looked at as a reason for him to come and join Manchester United, because he's not getting enough playing time. So that is a man who goes by the names of Brian Brobbey, for side which goes by the names of Ajax, and United are really eyeing him. Then lastly, he told us about a man who goes by the names of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Diego Dalot, and how United are really looking to complete that Diego Dalot puzzle. He has told us that Manchester United want a new right back to compete with Diego Dalot. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's departure is possible. Erik ten Hag wants someone who fits his ideas, and more is a long-term starter. Sources say they look into the Dutch market for the right back. So, for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I don't want to repeat myself. Obviously, he's not going to get minutes under Erik ten Hag, because you saw that Erik ten Hag tried to use Malacia to play a right back in the game of Sheriff, meaning that Erik ten Hag is so much ready to really get Malacia and play as a right back than playing with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That shows you how bad Aaron Wan-Bissaka has not convinced this manager, who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag, to go ahead and really fit his profile. So what does that mean for a man like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, meaning that United really want him out? However much the technical director, who goes by the names of John Mota, really wants him and told Erik ten Hag not to really get him out of the club, I believe Ten Hag is really showing him that, please, I don't want this player, I'm not going to use him. So Diego Dalot, obviously, he's the best right back in the Premier League right now as far as stats are concerned, because this game is now based on stats. So what does that show you? He won't play all the games. We need another player, a right back at Manchester United, and obviously they are looking into the Dutch market. And talking of looking at the Dutch market, obviously this comes to my mind that it's Dumfries. It's Dumfries, because Dumfries is a player that is available at close to 35 or 40 million pounds, and I believe if at all Aaron Wan-Bissaka can be sold in January, because Ten Hag doesn't want him, and he's going to tell the board that I'm not going to use the player. All right, don't sell him, but I'm not going to include him into my team. So what we are going to do is simple. We aren't going to go ahead and really look through everything as it is. What we want is Aaron Bissaka out, and I want Dumfries in. Sell Aaron Bissaka at like 20 million pounds, add it to the 70 that Erik ten Hag is having. Obviously, Dumfries can be delivered at Manchester United at 40 million pounds. That's it. Get Dumfries at 40, Tielemans at 20 million pounds, and maybe Brobbey at 20 million pounds, because it's like 30 million euros. Ajax might accept it because he is really a player whom they bought at, is it 18 million euros, meaning they're making a profit of close to 12 million euros into that. I believe that will be a very good expenditure, but my worry always remains here, the central defender. Guys, look at that game of Man City we are going to play. Let's even say that Varane or Lisandro Martinez, one of those, plays 80 minutes. And Harry Maguire comes in and plays 10 minutes. When that game is 0-0, we've gone at Etihad. Last season, we lost there by 4 goals to 1. This time, we are holding the game. And obviously, we want positive result. Because a draw at Etihad is a positive result. Now, this player gets an injury. After him getting an injury, get what happens? Harry Maguire comes in through. With the way Man City attacks, do you expect us to really prevent Haaland from scoring us when the man who goes by names of Harry Maguire is marking him? I believe Varane did a better job onto Gabriel Jesus, and he can do it on Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland is really good using his feet. Most of the goals Erling Haaland has scored, he has used his left foot or right foot to score them, not his head. That really sends a message that he can be marked very well. He can be marked. He can be outmarked by Varane. I believe, to me, if you tell me that to mark Erling Haaland and Gabriel Jesus, I tell you, please, get me Haaland. I don't want to mark Jesus, because Jesus is a mobile striker. Even his coach came out and told the media that he wouldn't like to be a defender defending Gabriel Jesus. Do you know why? He's a mobile striker. He shifts off the left, he shifts in the middle, he shifts onto the right. You get, when you look at his heat map, he is everywhere the pitch. When are you going to mark him? But Haaland is not that kind of striker. He's a number 9, the orthodox striker who really relies on chances created by Man City to go on and really scoring goals. So, if I'm a United fan, I believe with Varane, I can mark out Erling Haaland and we can silence him. With Casemiro or Scott McTominay or Eriksson, we can really silence Kevin De Bruyne and a player who goes by the names of Rodri. Because if at all you want to really cut off the supply from a man who goes by the names of Haaland, get Rodri out of the game, get Kevin De Bruyne out of the game, make them do a lot of negative passes. You get? Don't let them do lots of positive passes. You get? Now, if Varane gets an injury, meaning that we can't really play that entire game and really win it. Yet to me, I believe with that back four of United, as it's been coming in and winning, because it's winless in all the games that started, coming in at Man City with that back four, you can go ahead and really win it. So that's why I believe that at least I rather sacrifice the midfield position or the centre forward position that Ten Hag is basing on in the January transfer window to bring in a centre forward. Because the title is not won in December or October or November, no. The title is won from January up to May. How do you behave? How do you play your games? You get? That's it. So I believe in a central defender more who can really come in to do a Lisandro Martinez role or a Varane role when one of those really gets an injury. Other than having Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, who can't fit the system and style of play of the manager who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag. So guys, thank you very much for watching in. Ten Hag wants Tielemans in January. Your reaction to that story are welcome into the comment section below. Then Brobbey 2 wanted and another right back wanted. To me, I believe it's going to be Dumfries because that's what Erik ten Hag is wanting. One will tell me Rokani. Again, another Dutch player linked to Manchester United. Obviously, look at Wolverhampton Wanderers. You get? It has how many Portuguese players? Look at Arsenal. You get? Right now, they're in for Douglas Luiz, another Brazilian, and maybe and Danilo. So far, they're having 4 Brazilians. if they bring in more 2, they'll be having 6 Brazilians in the same team. So to me, I don't mind if at all our team is really winning and really progressing on very well. Ten Hag told us why he doesn't want to sign English players, because they're of low quality. And obviously, for the very first time, we've seen Ten Hag coming in through and really pointing on a player who is in the Premier League, because he has been here, has watched these players play, he knows what they are good at and their attributes. Now, in the January transfer window, wait and see what players we're going to be looking at, because Ten Hag watches these games and he's now scouting these players and knows this player can come and fit my system very well, this one can't, this one is really deserving to go out of Manchester United. So thank you very much for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later. Rokan David is my name. Second last video of the day. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. But guys, subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 9,000 subscribers. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Lastly, I'm requesting for 100 likes on this video, guys. Let this video has all get 100 likes, guys. I'm out.